One of the most heinous mechanics in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is charm tables, which are sets of data that tell the game which charms to give you and which ones to withhold. Due to a bug, 3 Ultimate locks you to one charm table from the get-go, and it's possible to end up with a dud table if you aren't careful. Of course, there are ways to find out which table you're on, but honestly, I just kind of forget about it and play the game. You'll probably have more fun that way. But if you do want to find out which table you're on, you can use a program called Athena's Fish Finder, which I'll link alongside this video in the thread. Using this program and a little bit of in-game resources, you can find out definitively which table you're on by sending the fishing fleet out to Motor Coast. After sending the fleet out, naturally you'll have to pass time while you wait for them to come back, and you can do this most easily by doing the quest Prescription Pickup, a 1-star gathering quest which has you deliver 3 Kelbi horns. I've already gathered them, so we can complete the quest out the gate. The best thing about this quest is that the reward includes 3 Kelbi horns, meaning you can repeat the quest pretty much indefinitely. When you send out the fleet, make sure to use a fish finder. The program won't give you a definitive result otherwise. Using the information you provide the program, it will eventually narrow it down to just one table, which will tell you which one you're on. We end up on table 2, which isn't great, but isn't horrible either. The good thing is, we didn't end up on a dud table, meaning we still have around 22,000 charms to work with in the long term. Now, if you do check and end up on tables 11, 12, 15, 16, or 17, you may want to restart the game from the beginning. These tables are duds, or cursed tables, that only have around 800 charms to work with, and the charms in these tables are dreadful, awful charms. One of these tables doesn't even have any 3-slot charms in it, which is just abysmal in the later game. Now that we've got that business out of the way, let's discuss harvest tours real quick. We'll take a dip into the flooded forest to show it off a little on the way. Not every area has the same resources, and eventually you'll need to leave the relative safety of the infinite time, infinite chances mode of woods to go gather in more dangerous climes. The good thing is you very quickly gain access to harvest tours for each hunting ground, and these let you go out and gather as much as you want for 50 minutes, or until you deliver a paw pass ticket, which is placed in the supply spots at the 2-minute mark. Harvest tours are naturally a great way to gather rarer materials such as pelagicite ore or crystals, which you'll need loads of. And occasionally a large monster may also appear on the quest, meaning you can free hunt them for additional resources, although there's no special reward that comes with taking one down during one, so if you need to, you can always just bail out. The fee for taking on a harvest tour is a measly 12 zenny, and like every other quest, clearing it will return the fee to you. So honestly, anytime you need money, resource points, or items, it's usually the cheaper, better option to harvest them yourself instead of buying them. It's best to combine fish and dairy and saute them for the food skills Feline Gatherer, Feline Woodsman, and Feline Climber for harvest tours. Climber isn't so much of a big deal, but having near unbreakable picks and bug nuts and being able to gather more or less indefinitely will mean bigger hauls and less frequent gathering trips, so you can focus on what really matters. During a harvest tour, it's best to bring a full set of pickaxes or bug nets, although you can leave one or the other behind if you're only after one type of resource and you need the extra space. You can deliver any account items you find at any time so long as you don't have the paw pass ticket in your pouch, and this will generate a little extra resource points for you to work with. During the harvest tour, you may find unidentified charms or other valuable rarities, such as rusted weapons. These charms are obviously pulled from your charm table and provide valuable skill points for you to customize yourself with, but early on you're probably going to want to look for ones with more slots so you can make use of decorations to do the skills you want. Rusted weapons also generally don't start showing up until a few hunting rounds from now, so they're neat to find, but not really a big deal. I'll go into that more when we find one. Now that we've reached the flooded forest, the game starts to really open up to us. Armor sets and stronger weapons will begin to come flowing in. We'll start seeing many more large monsters, and we'll start making pretty good money. And we can be a little bit more choosy with how we proceed from here.